Let me ask you something, brother. How many times have you been around a woman, wondering if she actually likes you, or if you're just another nice guy in her orbit? The truth is, most men get it wrong. They either assume too much or completely miss the signals, because women rarely say it directly. They don't walk up and announce, "I'm into you." Instead, they speak in a hidden language, a silent code of unspoken signs that only a man who understands psychology will notice. And that's exactly what we're about to unlock. By the end of this video, you'll know the 7 advanced, unspoken psychological cues that prove when a woman is genuinely interested in you. Miss them, and you'll stay confused. Recognize them, and you'll never second guess her attraction again. Here's why this matters. Most men misread women because they rely on words, but psychology tells us that over 70% of communication is nonverbal. That means her eyes, her tone, and her little micro behaviors reveal the truth before her mouth ever does. The sad reality is men chase women who were never interested in the first place and ignore the ones who were practically begging with their eyes. So let's break it down. The first is what I call the micro glance test. You'll be talking, maybe in a group setting, and for half a second, her eyes flick toward you. Not a long stare, not obvious, but quick checks, and she'll do it more than once. Why? Because the human brain automatically scans what it values. If she's checking you out subconsciously, it means your presence matters to her. Psychology explains it this way. Repeated micro glances activate the dopamine reward system, and her brain literally enjoys looking at you. If she's neutral, her eyes barely move toward you. But if she's interested, her glances repeat and her pupils may even dilate. The uncomfortable truth is that if you're too insecure to hold eye contact when it happens, she'll read it as weakness. Attraction isn't just about her signals, it's about how you respond. The second sign is the voice drop. When a woman is around a man she's truly drawn to, her tone of voice shifts. It softens, slows down, and sometimes even drops slightly in pitch. Psychology shows that vocal tone mirrors emotional state, and attraction pulls her into a calmer, more feminine energy. Imagine this, you ask, "So, how was your day?" If she likes you, she won't just say good, she'll stretch the word, good, with a lingering softness. Neutral interest means quick, flat answers. Real interest means melodic, playful, slower delivery. A woman who invests her tone is investing her energy, and she doesn't waste that on men she doesn't care about. The third sign is the space collapse. Every human has an invisible bubble called personal space, and most women guard it, especially around men. But if she's drawn to you, watch how that bubble shrinks. She'll lean in when you talk, her shoulder brushes yours accidentally, or she stays close even when the room has space. Psychology calls this proxemics, the science of personal space. Attraction makes her body override the usual rules of distance. If she's not into you, she'll keep her distance. If she is, she'll close the space without thinking. Just remember, if you lean away when she leans in, you break the magnetic pull and interest dies. The fourth sign is the memory recall. When a woman likes you, she remembers details, things you barely noticed you said. Maybe you mentioned your favorite food in passing, and 2 weeks later she asks, "Did you ever get that sushi you were craving?" That's not casual. That's investment. Attraction hijacks the hippocampus, the part of the brain that encodes memory, and when she likes you, your words get stored in long-term memory. Neutral women forget 90% of small talk, but interested women store and recall the tiniest details. If she remembers things you barely recall saying, it's because she was paying attention in a way she doesn't with other men. The fifth sign is the playful barrier break. Pay attention to her micro touches. She might flick something off your shirt, playfully tap your arm, or hand you something in a way that lets her fingers linger. This is called haptic communication, the psychology of touch. Women who are drawn to you will find excuses, even subconscious ones, to cross that barrier. Neutral interest means no touch and stiff boundaries, but attraction means playful, small physical bridges. If you freeze or flinch when she touches you, she'll read you as unconfident. But if you stay grounded and present, attraction deepens. The sixth sign is the synchronization effect, one of the deepest psychological cues most men never notice. When a woman likes you, her body literally syncs with yours. It's called mirroring. She'll pick up your posture, your gestures, even your breathing rhythm. You cross your arms, a few moments later she does too. You lean back, she leans back. You sip your drink, she does shortly after. This happens because of mirror neurons in the brain, which fire when we feel rapport, connection, and attraction. Neutral women stay in their own rhythm, but interested women unconsciously synchronize. If she's mirroring you, it's not coincidence, it's chemistry. Finally, the seventh sign is the lingering goodbye. When a woman isn't into you, she exits fast. The goodbye is quick, polite, and done. But if she's truly interested, she lingers. She finds excuses to stretch the moment, maybe adding one more story, one more question, one more smile. Psychology calls this the delay of departure. When someone doesn't want the interaction to end, they unconsciously create friction to extend it. If she's fighting to keep the energy alive, it's because she's not ready to let you go yet. And that's not casual interest, that's real desire. So let's recap the 7 signs: the micro glance test, the voice drop, the space collapse, the memory recall, the playful barrier break, the synchronization effect, and the lingering goodbye. Brother, remember, this attraction is rarely spoken out loud. Women communicate it in subtle, powerful, unspoken ways. The men who win are the ones who notice. Stop chasing words and start watching behavior, because when she's truly interested, you won't need to guess. Her psychology will say it for her. And here's the final truth: when a woman wants you, you'll feel it in her actions long before you hear it in her words.